I'm out here today in the beautiful Zion National Park. Let's talk about some tips for shooting using natural light. Now, no matter what you're shooting, portraits, landscapes, wildlife, or anything else outside, these tips are going to help you to utilize that natural light to your advantage. Now, first and foremost, understand what kind of light you should be after. When it's cloudy like it is now, you get really soft, flat light that's easy to shoot in, but a lot of times it can lack a really focal clarity point that you get when you have sunlight. Now, when you have sunlight, you can shoot in many different directions from the light. If you shoot into the light, you have a backlit scene. These scenes can provide really beautiful glow in the image, but they can be really challenging to expose because what's in the shadows is going to be really dark, whereas the sun behind you is going to be really bright. Now, the best way to prevent blowing out your images is to check your camera's histogram, make sure that nothing is touching that very far right side. If you blow out any details, you will not be able to recover them, so always expose to the right of your histogram, making sure that nothing is touching that far right side. Now, side light is one of my favorite lights to use for landscape, portrait, and wildlife photography. This is when the sunlight is to your left or the right side of your frame. This can provide really nice shadows and light in your scene. The dynamic range isn't too terribly much, and it can really provide a nice focal point of light as the light is hitting your scene, especially when shooting really late in the day. Now, lastly, you can shoot front lit, which I generally don't recommend. This means that you are between the light and the subject. A lot of times this can result in really flat looking subjects because you don't have shadows on their faces for portraits, or for landscapes, you don't have shadows in the landscape. So I don't recommend using this kind of sunlight unless it is the very, very last bits of light in the day, in which case you may be able to give it a try. But for the most part, stick to backlit and side lit scenes. I think that's going to provide you the best possible results.